Chad Scott along with Gridiron Now recruiting analyst Ryan Green, and we're taking another look at the Texas A&M Aggies 2018 signing class and how it's coming together. And there's actually been a lot of movement there, not only on 2018 but 2019 as well. The Aggies recently received a pair of commitments to both classes, a pair of four-star commitments to both classes. Let's focus our efforts here on 2018 and a couple of guys who you had a chance to talk to.
Yeah, Max Wright, big-time defensive end from the state of Texas, going to stay home, play for the Aggies, and Leon O'Neal Jr., who's a safety from the state of Texas. I got to tell you, Chad, I've talked to hundreds of kids over the last couple of months. Leon O'Neal Jr. may be the most interesting interview I've done. I think Aggie fans, you are going to love this guy. He is so good with the media. He is so honest in his answers. He basically said, look, people were telling him, don't go to Texas A&M. All the talk about Kevin Sumlin being on the hot seat. I mean, you wouldn't believe some of the stories this young man was telling me. At the end of the day, it didn't matter. He said he wanted to be an A&M Aggie. He wanted to build something. And it's interesting that Wright and O'Neal Jr., two four-star defensive players, actually made a video together, put it on Twitter, committing to A&M at the same exact time.
Well, and the Kevin Sumlin hot seat speculation kind of took another gear at the SEC spring meetings when Scott Woodward went on the Paul Feinbaum show and essentially said, yeah, we've got to do better. Kevin Sumlin knows he needs to win, and he needs to win right now. Now, Sumlin's averaged 8 wins. He hasn't averaged 8 wins. He's had 8 wins each of the past 3 seasons. Started fast, kind of collapsed towards the end. It will be interesting to see as the season plays out if the Aggies get off to a rough start and that conversation, builds, what impact that might have on the recruiting class.
Yeah, no question. We see it all the time that it could potentially have an impact, but in Leon O'Neal Jr.'s case, it doesn't have an impact yet. He said he's not paying attention to any of that outside noise. He wanted to be a member of the Texas A&M Aggies, and he also brought up if football doesn't work out for him in the long run, he's a member of the Aggie Network for life. And you hear that a lot, Chad, not only from Leon, but I've heard it from numerous kids in the 17 and 18 classes, always talking about that Aggie Network and that family and that brotherhood that they're a member of once they commit to play football there.
Having gone to a football game at Texas A&M for each of the past, I want to say 6 seasons now, my wife and I, went out there, gosh, a long time ago now, and we're so taken with it, so enamored with the culture and the fans and College Station and the atmosphere. I get that, and I can understand how that brotherhood, and whether you're a male or a female student, that brotherhood, the Aggie ring, all of that, community, I guess, is really the better way to put it around Texas A&M, can really appeal to a lot of young men, as well it should. It's a great place to visit, a great school, obviously. Something that Aggie fans should keep their eye on, something that Kevin Sumlin and Texas A&M have taken advantage of in the past, but maybe more so the rest of the SEC has taken advantage that may be changing. Tom Herman at Texas all of a sudden is finding some traction.
He is. Tom Herman's getting his feet wet a little bit in the Lone Star State. He's starting to make an impact. We saw Texas was able to flip Caden Stearns, who was committed to LSU for a long time, a 4-star defensive back, a top 100 prospect. He's going to Texas. Texas has been very hot over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, the recruits Texas was missing out on, that appears to be changing, so A&M really needs to button up their recruiting efforts.
He is Gridiron Now recruiting analyst Ryan Green. My name is Chad Scott, and stay tuned right here to the Texas A&M Facebook page as we lead you up into the football season, but also National Signing Day 2018.